doing today? Welcome back to another ASMR video. Today is going to be another story time video. And I know how well the last story time did, so I wanted to reintroduce that to you. And so with this video, I will do that. But this time it is not really a story about my life in general. Well, it kind of is, technically speaking. It's more about just something that I have been going through with the channels and wanting to keep update for you about that. So basically, I have closed the vlog channel, kind of. It's still open. You should definitely still subscribe to it because I might be posting eventually one day on there, but let's put it this way. I became a little lost in the process, and I want to spend more time doing videos on the ASMR channel. So I just felt really confused for a while, and I didn't know what to do. I just felt so miserable, and I was so much happier just focusing on the ASMR channel. And so I just wanted to announce that. I guess this is more of an update, but this is kind of going to be a story time in itself because I have a story to tell you about this and what happened with the channel and everything. So I had about 14 videos on my vlog channel, Tony Bomboni, and I have around 14,000, I think, subscribers on there. I barely posted on there, and I know I trafficked a lot of you Poopsies to that vlog, but I remember when I started the ASMR channel and how long it took me to get 14,000 subscribers. I was just thinking that's kind of insane. But yes, I have deleted all of those videos, and they will not be coming back. They are forever gone. However, don't be sad. I have so much more to show you in the future on this channel instead. And I just felt like I needed to be doing something that I really cared about. And it would be artificial of me to post vlogs where I'm always upset and talking about a lot of my private life, which I felt so out of my comfort zone this year with that, and I didn't know if I wanted to continue to do that, so I don't really know how to explain myself, and I want this video to be pretty long because I think it would be pretty fast if it was just a 10-minute long video and barely any explanation, so I just don't know where to begin. Really, that's all. It was taking up a lot of my time, and I felt that I could have focused more and been more productive and used that time better to sort of make better quality ASMR videos, which I don't know how better they can get. I have one of the most advanced lighting systems, cameras, microphones, editing software. I'm I'm trying my hardest every single day. I'm wearing like the most up-to-date makeup looks and best clothes that I can buy for myself, best props for ASMR videos. I put so much money into this channel. Sometimes I don't think some may realize. I don't want to offend anyone by saying that I'm absolutely not wealthy. This comes out of my pocket. This hurts my pocket. But I care so much for the channel, and I want to keep it going and progressing. I can easily not have bought all this equipment and been the same way I was 2-3 years ago. But I don't think my channel would have grown the same had I done that. So I think I needed to risk my pocket a little bit to get my poopsies to flock to me. You guys are flying with me in the sky. My little poopsies. And you know I always call you my poopsie because it makes me happy, and I'm not calling you a piece of poop. No, I am calling you a cute little bird. And that's why I named my bird Poopsie. He's so cute. Yeah, but it got a little off track here. Anyway. And no, I'm not going to stop calling you my Poopsie. Unless I'm like 40 years old. Maybe that might be a little weird. But I'm still young, so you guys are good. But anyway, I just thought I had to announce it out of respect to you. I did announce already on my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Please flock to my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. That is where I keep you updated on everything, so I don't have to always talk on here. I wanted the vlog to be there so that I could do updates and stuff, but I thought that wasn't material that people were gonna watch necessarily. So I was honestly a little bit maybe too controversial on that channel, Tony Bomboni. And I felt it dissipated away from the purpose of what I do and the purpose of this ASMR channel here. And on here, I'm one person. On there, I'm a totally different being. It's like so alien. It's not even me, probably. Sometimes I wonder, like, who am I? Because, okay, I don't have like a multiple personality, but I do play a lot of role plays for you on this channel. So sometimes I begin to wonder, like, wait a minute, slow down here, buddy. Go back to who you are, right? So it can get a little bit confusing sometimes because you have to act and play so many roles, and that's why I miss doing videos like this where I could just simply talk ear to ear. And of course you requested too, so it's pretty nice to do it and less strenuous on me. And I think I have drained all of my energy deposits for the year in only 2 months because of how much I overdid it with running 2 channels, which I'm not used to. That should have been a slower progression. I should have posted way less on there. And I had a lot going on at the same time, and in my head it seemed like a good idea at the time to be posting about my private life, because I thought, oh, why not? My poopsies may love hearing me talk about X, Y, and Z. But some of you did. I love you. I love you even if you didn't. I appreciate it, okay? Well, my shirt is red, so that works with the heart. There you go. But for those who didn't, I didn't want to lose you. I was terrified of losing you, working so hard all these years to lose you. That's not worth it to me. No matter how much money in the world, it's not worth it. And you are the reason I'm here. So sharing with you, my Poopsie, is the reason this is still a well-oiled machine. And I want to keep my projects going. I want to keep my ideas going. But when you post so many videos on 2 channels, that machine begins to become rusty. And for a matter, expensive too, because my microphone just broke down. So now I have to buy a new one. And I was also planning at the same time to buy a dummy head microphone, which I probably shouldn't have announced. It was going to be a surprise, but I love you, so I just want to tell you. And it is quite costly. It's a good deal for this brand, but in general it is an expensive microphone. And sometimes I would ask companies to sponsor me or give me the item for free, so that I can afford to continue to do videos, right? So, but this time I was told no, because this certain microphone was already promoted to people. But it's okay. I'm not bitter. I'll still buy it. I just, sometimes now I think I have so much equipment I can't even, fit it in my closet anymore. So I have to be really wise with what equipment I buy from now on until I can maybe afford more space. But yeah, it's a lot to think about for sure, and I don't have anything like Patreon, where I'm doing services for money. The only thing I ever had open and available to my Poopsies for support was the personalized sessions, which were $200 an hour. So you basically request any ASMR video from me, and I can do that service for you. But it is a lot of work put in, and I don't even barely get any donations at all on my support button or my PayPal, which was open for a while, and I even closed that actually because I don't know how I feel about asking for money. It just doesn't feel right, So I even stopped doing the personal sessions because I thought, well, one, I better charge like $500 an hour, because for the amount of work I do, it's still not worth it to me. Or, I don't know what to say. So I just felt wrong asking for free money, I don't think life works that way, You're not going to get like a big donation from someone just randomly unless you ask for it, right? At least that's what I think. I worked really hard for this channel for so long, and I'm not expecting you to donate to me. I never barely asked you for money. But your continued viewership helps me back. So, I got off topic again here. It's not about finances. It's more about why I closed the vlog, and to me, I don't want to feel like I'm putting all my eggs in one basket, but this channel basically is that, and it is everything. It is my life. I care about it so much, and I want to see you happy. I want to see myself happy. Some days I'm not so happy, but I continue. I try my best, Sometimes a project doesn't work my way, and everything will seem like it's going awry, but I can't show my weakness online. That's not the answer. That's not the Trisha that's not the answer. But regardless, just had to close it. I felt like it was too much negativity on the vlog channel, and the ASMR channel is such a place of positivity, and I felt I myself was even becoming more negative, and I didn't want to project that onto the ASMR channel, because originally I had thought that I was going to project my negative energy to the vlog, and then so that I can bring about positive energy to the ASMR. I was poorly mistaken. It ended up bringing even more negativity and digging up dirt that I didn't realize. And some of the videos I did were actually very therapeutic for me. Very, very therapeutic. I felt great after filming them. But then the response made me feel even worse at the end. So I don't know how I felt. Honestly, it was a mix of emotions, and I felt some things were better to discuss at a professional therapist, not on YouTube, venting my problems. And there's this one comment that really, really hit me hard, man. Really. I was like, ouch. Ouch. Somebody said, I don't remember who, because I deleted all the videos, but somebody said, the internet is not the place to be talking about this kind of stuff, basically. And I know it wasn't that hurtful. It wasn't doing me any harm. I know they meant goodwill. And even if they didn't, it's okay. But to me, it felt like a goodwill. And positive criticism, because it just hit me hard, like, wow, what am I doing? My whole goal, my whole vision for years, my whole purpose on this channel. I feel like life in general is just to want to help people and to give back that response. It wasn't cool, man. It wasn't cool. So, I mean, it wasn't cool for me, not for the commenter. I just felt so guilty, and I think that was like the last comment I read before I decided to shut down the project for now. I opened the vlog in beginning of November, if you remember. That rhymed. November, remember. November, remember. But regardless. And so that was December, January. 3 months I lasted, and I couldn't last anymore. And I like doing things in threes. I believe good things come in threes as well. And I felt like I always do 3-day or 3-week or 3-month tests, or even 3 years. And if it doesn't work out after a certain amount of threes, I just quit and I move on to something else that would work for me, basically, in my favor. And I'm the type of person that loves to think big, just get big results. So, if I don't receive that, I'm going to start thinking differently about something and want to give it up so that I can give my time and energy, my valuable, precious soul, which I only have one. And if I mess this up, I have to try again. Some other life or some other world somewhere, or whatever happens, if you believe in that kind of thing. But I can only give up so much of my time and energy to something, so I can only pray for the best feedback, the best results, the best things to happen. And, money is not everything, but it certainly helps get a lot off your chest and a lot off your plate. But I was watching The Doctors the other day. I watch that sometimes, and one of them said that if you're not happy making $50,000 a year, you will never be happy even if you have $100 million. I've heard that so many times before, and he's absolutely right. And I never even intended this to grow into a channel, a functioning channel. It's crazy. I just started it since then I still always had this drive and push to do more with it. And everything else kind of just happened on its own. So, with time and thought, I like to think. I do a lot of thinking. In my spare time, I just sit there and think. That's what I do. I mean, that's how I come up with ideas. And if you just sit there in the silence and have time to really truly think to yourself, I think that's where all the answers will come from above, you know? So, it's about not giving up and to keep trying, but I do think to have success is to focus on one thing at a time and be the best you can be at that thing. So, this vlog got me lost because I was focusing at the vlog and the ASMR channel. That's two things. I can't focus on two things at once. And they're totally different sides of the spectrum of YouTube and not what I wanted to do, not what I was about. I see these ASMR artists who originally had vlog channels and then they go do ASMR, but then they wander off and go back to their vlog because they're like, what am I doing? This is not me. Even if they're doing amazing in the ASMR channel. I mean, they could have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They would still quit or not continue because the original thing they were doing, they want to focus, right? So that's the motif of successful people, is just taking things one step at a time and just going with it and holding on to it and believing in it. And sometimes because I get to think too big too fast, I think up of ways to grow things even more faster, but you cannot rush the process. You cannot rush whatever the man upstairs has planned or whatever for you. So that's not the way to go, and success is definitely not the way to happiness. And I thought this was going to be my way of feeling better, was by opening the vlog. Poorly mistaken. If anything, it made things worse. Temporarily, thankfully. Nothing lasts forever, but I'm getting better. I'm recovering from the turmoils I've had those last few weeks. If you've followed the vlogs and saw what was going on with me, you would think, what a disaster. But I feel fine now. I just need a few days to myself, and thankfully this video is pre-recorded so that I can do that. And so are many other videos. I think I have like up to 4 videos in advance pre-recorded right now, so that's how I do on this channel. That's how I do. I could film like 10 videos in a matter of 2 weeks, and then I could just be drifting off, recovering, taking time to heal through things and think of ideas and explore limitless boundaries within my own mind and whatever I can think of and accomplish. And I'm just thinking long term of this channel, like how is it going to be like 5-10 years from now? But then when I think too far ahead, I get scared, like, oh, is this going to continue in a decade? Is this going to stop in like a certain amount of time? So I don't like to think about it too much because I want to go with this and do it as long as I possibly can until I really can't take it anymore. Then I need like a year off or something. But I won't bail on you guys. I don't want to take breaks, and that's just in my nature. I can't just sit there anymore. I have to do something. I have to go to work. I have to take action. I have to be as productive as I possibly can be. And this is production. This is producing. This is being productive in itself. I'm not just talking to the camera. I'm trying to induce your ASMR. I'm trying to help you sleep. There's a whole science behind it, a whole thought. So sometimes I think like when people open their channels, they don't really think it through thoroughly. Like, is this really what I want to do? I put a lot of thought. It took me 2 months to really think like, okay, is this really what I want to do? Because I was doing nowhere near where it's supposed to be right now. It's still, I know this sounds insane, but this is still a super small community. No matter how many people have heard of it online, I think it just needs to hit mainstream. And I think that is going to happen before 2020 comes around that time or right after. And I just see so many things. I see so many good things in the future. I see so many opportunities, and I mean, bless all of those people who already had a whirlwind of opportunities thanks to their channel. I mean, people going on TV shows and booking gigs, you know, and I will try my best to be the best I can possibly be and be out of my comfort zone and try to accept more interviews, try to accept more offers, try to accept more business requests, but I can only do so much. So someone else said once, if you always say yes to people, then your no means nothing, because you're always taking the time out of your day to be a yes man, and so it's insignificant. When you choose your yeses wisely, then your yeses mean something, and your no's mean something as well. So, that's basically it. I just wanted to announce the vlog and why I'm so passionate and why I choose to stick with the ASMR channel in general. So, hopefully you enjoyed this story time kind of video. And I'll talk to you poopsies in the next video. One more thing. Every time I upload a video, I upload around 2 times a week. 2 to 3 times a week. So it's not always going to be on Thursday, because I have certain videos that I have to release at a certain time, and I want to always keep the videos separate, like 3 to 4 days apart, so I give you guys enough time to see each one. And YouTube has changed their whole rhythm now, so they are constantly recommending my old videos when you guys should be watching my new ones. So it's like that for every channel now. It's really messed up, but so to keep it going, keep things flowing, I have to always be uploading, and so that's what I do best, I guess. This is what I've been doing the last 4 years, so I'm gonna try to focus now and keep doing it and producing the best content I can for you. Alright, okay, see you